What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
What's up? It's me, Giovanni.
And we're no definition of who you are today, because
I'm a motherfucking star boy.
Okay, we're definitely
is that
not.
a song? I don't know.
So
Yeah.
you're currently listening to us talk over the new song by The Weeknd called Starboy, which the video, I watched most of it. Mm-hmm. It looks pretty good. He has a new haircut. He's walking around with a cross, so he's getting closer to God like me.
He has a new haircut?
Yeah.
Did he cut?
Yeah, he cut him off.
He cut the shit that he grew on top of whatever his hair was.
I wanted to ask, what do you guys think that was? It's not.
I thought it was a SpongeBob.
It was a dread.
I thought it was dirty. But The Weeknd is actually a really good artist to see in concert.
He's from Toronto. Shout out to the T-Dot.
Not everything good comes from Toronto.
I can't think of one single thing.
You know who I want to meet, though, from Toronto, Loki? Norm Kelly.
From it's SNL.
No, the city council member who's always taking shots at Chris
that's Norm
Brown.
Macdonald. My bad.
What's he doing? You really are a white woman on the low.
On the low, on the high.
Norm is the guy it's at Norm, I think, or I don't know. But anyway, he's a city council member who's like Drake's right-hand guy. So anytime that Drake gets into a beef, he goes after the person for him.
I'm going to have to read his tweets.
He banned Meek Mill from coming to Toronto.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, when they got in the beef, he was like, "You're not welcome here."
Well, hold on one second. Does Meek Mill have any felony? Have a felony record?
Yes.
Because Canada is notorious. If you have a felony record, you're not getting into the country. That's just how it is. I mean, like, there are so many rap stars that were not able to get into the country to perform.
Well, let me text my family now that our family reunion won't be taking.
Like what type of any violent felony, huh?
Yeah.
Felony? Okay,
yeah,
well,
no,
I
Canadians,
can't go.
we don't want you there.
I can't go.
So listen, I had a rough night last night. For the audience that's listening to this, you're getting the greatest show of your life because we're freeballing this motherfucker like a convict in prison. Okay, I had the worst sleep last night.
Why?
Me too.
I just am stressed out.
Oh, well, I know something about that.
I slept horrible too. I think it's because our mattress is just so fucked.
Your mattress is
so bad.
Why?
You guys aren't using it.
Exactly. You guys are cuddling and shit.
Now my mattress, on the other hand,
that's just probably fucked up.
Bro, like I've tried to flip my mattress around. Actually, one day I had my cleaning crew flip the mattress over, but it's a pillow top, so that doesn't really work.
No. So just bite the bullet and get a new one.
Well, then I tried to turn it around, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah, that don't make no difference.
Shit, I didn't know. I was trying to figure out a solution.
You probably go through mattresses like I go through vibrators.
My mattresses are expensive, so I can't just replace it like that. But I will say the next mattress I get, I don't know if I'm going to get a
gel top memory foam?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to get something that can maybe lift up and do all kinds of other shit, because like right now,
Tempur-Pedic shit.
Yeah, I'm just like sinking in the middle of my bed, and it's so annoying.
That shit is like thousands, like very expensive.
Shout out to the money team. Speaking of Floyd,
true.
I don't even know how I can call Floyd. And be like, I need a new bed. That would just not work out.
He'd be like,
might get kicked off the team for that.
Yeah, no. So Giovanni.
Yes.
What happened? Your mattress is fucked up. What's going on? Springs poking you in the back and stuff? Because we know you and your girl did not wear it out.
No, see, I didn't get to bed till about 6:30 in the morning.
Why?
One, because it's hard for me to cut my mind off. I'm always constantly thinking on how to be better, or just advance myself.
And so you can't go to sleep.
But let me finish.
Thinking?
But yes, that's one. But two, the fucking mattress is fucked, yo.
like it's hard, or it's hard like that.
Yeah, it's hard.
I can't do
man.
that. Part of the reason why, I was traumatized as a kid. Shout out to our fans. Our fans love the fact that we open up on this show. I literally believe that if you just put it all out there, nobody can ever use it against you. There's only like one or two things I won't talk about because the police and the feds might get upset. But when I was younger, my grandmother used to stay at my grandma's house, and she had the worst children, and then they produced the worst grandchildren, except for me.
Okay.
Most of my cousins, we all used to spend the night at our house, and I just remember going to sleep. And one of my cousins, Jamil, shout out to Jamil, I think he's on the run, but he urinated on toilet paper and was throwing it at my face while I was sleeping.
That's awesome.
So I woke up, of course, I was really pissed, but you couldn't
literally.
You couldn't. I couldn't do anything because my grandmother, that was her favorite. So I went back to sleep, and then he put hot sauce on my eyelids and in my mouth.
Oh my God.
So I'm traumatized. So a little known fact about me, and I've never spent the night at your house.
No.
I don't spend the night at people's houses. It takes a lot for me to go to sleep because I'm traumatized about sleeping at people's houses. And on top of that, if the mattress that I do find to sleep on isn't super soft, I can't sleep anyway. And the room has to be at least 65 degrees. And I have to have 4 pillows.
Okay, do Jesus need to sing you a lullaby too? God dang.
No, because now I bought this 5th pillow, and I actually hold it at night. It's kind of weird, unless I have somebody else in bed, that pillow represents somebody that I'm in love with.
Wow.
Do you print a picture out and put it on the pillow?
It's a long
That's
pillow.
funny. Oh, it's a body pillow. I like those.
Yeah.
That's what pregnant women use. When
No, it's not just for pregnant women.
It's for lonely people too.
It sure as hell is. Now, I had a good sleep. Want to know how I get to sleep?
You smoke a blunt.
No.
drink a
Smoke a
glass of
joint.
wine.
No. Well, I mean, all of the above, but that's not what it is.
What? You play with your vibrator and yell out Daniel Sunjata.
Tie back.
Shout out to all our fans who are listening. Please go to all of Melissa's social pages and tweet and text her Daniel Sunjata.
Don't you fuckers dare, okay? Leave me alone,
How do
okay?
how do you go to sleep?
This is gonna sound really fucked up, or maybe it's not, because it might. I think I might be, kind of saying I abuse drugs, but it's not really a drug. It's Benadryl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Benadryl. It's the one.
My cousin used to give that to her baby so she could fuck niggas randomly.
That's not good at all.
No, I don't. I'm not laughing because I support it. I just thought that was really
I
reckless.
cannot pop pills. I'm terrified.
Why?
Even when I
It's
got a
fucking
headache. When I got a
Benadryl,
headache,
man.
I just
Gio,
thug it out.
After the
I
show,
can't.
I'll teach you how to swallow. When I first started loving hip hop, I was really nervous because I didn't really know people intimately, so I didn't really know how to interact with them on camera. I'm kind of addicted to it now. I'm trying to think about what other reality shows I would do. Like I would never do Fear Factor because I am very particular.
That's off the air now.
Listen,
I would never have done it. Never.
Contrary to popular belief,
You don't put everything
I'm
in your
very
mouth.
aware of what I put in my mouth.
Right, yeah.
I'm not eating a fucking roach. I'm not eating a lizard balls. I'm not fucking with none of that weird shit.
Well, you ain't got to worry about that because that show's been off the air for quite a time.
Yeah, but there's shows like it. There's a show like it we just talked about. And I mean, I can't remember what it's called, but we're actually on Hollywood Unlocked thinking of recreating like an online version where we take people to this restaurant that has the most craziest shit on the menu and then like wrapping the in in like beautiful boxes and making them choose one of 3 really bad things.
That's fucked up. 'cause
That's
I got
really
texture
great.
Isn't that
issues.
interesting?
That's really fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Because you know what? That says a lot about, how people judge a book by its cover or just like assume that something that looks good is good.
They gonna come in there thinking they getting ribs. They gonna
Yeah,
get that,
exactly.
They gonna get that baby duck that Andrew taught
Baby
me.
duck dick.
Not baby duck dick. We not serving dick at the restaurant. Now, if you come to my house, I'm gonna serve all types of dick. Just letting you know right now. And I always tell people when you come to my house, like friends, I don't invite friends to my house. If you walk through the threshold, or if you ever see anybody, no, I'm not gonna talk about my Snapchat. If you walk through that threshold, there's no holds barred. It's just whatever I want to do. It's my house.
The crazy
That's my
thing
rule.
is I've never been to Jason's house.
Me
Ever.
neither. I've walked past his house because a friend of mine used to live in your old building. But that's it.
Yeah.
Nobody. If you ever talk to somebody and you say, "Hey, have you ever been to Jason's house?" They say, "Yeah." I took them down.
Well,
Damn.
I've been to your
most part.
last apartment when you lived downtown. The really, really,
the fabulous
the
one.
fabulous.
That's the one
shit.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that one was so big. I mean, it was people in there. I came home one day and the boy from what's that group called? The little
B2K?
Not, they were younger than that. You say B2K?
Yeah.
Did you say with a K?
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought I heard something. I was about to say, we're gonna keep on.
Oh, no,
moving.
B2K.
No, I haven't had anybody from B2K at my house. Not that I never wanted one.
You talk about mindless behavior?
Oh yeah, there was they weren't there for me.
Okay.
They were there meeting with somebody that was in my house about something. I was just like, you got to leave my house because I don't even want that scandal. Jason, do you know Jason Lee had mindless behavior in his house?
They're adults now, bro.
Mindless behavior. Is that who was in your house?
Yeah, one of them.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, for a meeting. Okay, so apparently we're not freeballing this show. We actually have prepared some shit. So Melissa, what are we talking about?
Well, it's some sad news to report. So there was a train crash in Hoboken, New Jersey. I'm not sure if you guys heard about
Yeah.
that today. Okay, so far, last I heard, there was 3 fatalities. There was over 100 people that were injured, and it was happening during So it was happening during rush hour, and it's horrifying, And this is like not the first time that this kind of thing has happened. Like a couple of years ago, there was a massive train derailment. There was I don't know. I want to say 18 people died or something like that. I can only imagine. Think about this. You're standing on the platform. You're thinking, fuck my life. I got to go to my 9 to 5.
Yeah, fuck my job.
Yeah, fuck my job. Fuck my life. This sucks. I'm tired. I'd rather be in bed. And then here comes the train pulling into the station and boom.
Another
like,
train hits it.
Well, no. Something I don't. Nobody
the train
really
came off the track.
It came off the
So
tracks.
derailed.
It literally came off the tracks. First car was completely demolished. The roof caved in and everything, and then it just became just I don't know. Everybody had to. People just who were on the platform ended up getting on the train to try to save people.
Oh man! So
Yeah.
when something like that happened, I always ask myself: is it like due to the lack of proper maintenance, or is it just like it just happens? Like,
Well, you got to understand, in New York City, God, I mean, it's a city of I don't know, 8 million people. I feel like it's more. It feels like there's more whenever you're walking down the street. And we use the the public transit system. We use trains in order to commute into the city and out of the city, et cetera. And it just New York is a very old city, very old, and you're bound to have circumstances like this pop up every now and then, and unfortunately, they're dire circumstances. So
shout out to everybody, and hopefully, to the families and everybody affected, that they're okay.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
So I found some of Donald Trump's worst quotes. I just want to read them out loud, just because he's just such a dick. So if you are Mexican or gay or Muslim or a woman, if you're voting for him, something's just definitely wrong with you. So one of the things he said about Mexicans: when Mexico sends its people, they're not sending the best. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems. They're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. Some, I assume, are good people.
Did he say this after the debate?
He said this at his presidential announcement speech.
Okay, so that's just
Highlights.
we're just recapping that.
Yeah, that's just a recap. That's just a recap.
At this point, the scary part for me is, what does he have to do for people to realize he's just bad for not only the presidency but America?
Literally, just like you say, he could kill somebody and get away with it. Like, he's gonna literally have to just kill somebody.
I feel like he could literally say that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he could literally say to his supporters, I think you all are dumb motherfuckers, and I could do whatever I want, and you're still gonna follow me. And they'll be like, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, I tell you this: what I challenge Donald Trump to, fuck being the president. Come to Stockton, California, bitch, with that shit. And I tell you right now, you'll find a Mexican on 6th Street, you'll find some niggas on Scribner, and you'll get a whole bunch of bloods on the west side that'll get your ass right up out of there. Even our white boys we have really crazy people in Stockton.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to allow Donald Trump in Stockton, let alone this country, to actually walk freely. And I feel like, the thing Donald Trump has with the other cast members of Love and Hip Hop is they have all this goddamn security protecting them. Like, do that shit with nobody covering your ass. See what happens.
Yeah.
I'm over Donald Trump.
I am too. And on
This morning, though, on The View, I don't know if you saw it, but on The View, his campaign manager came on there.
Which one?
Kelly Conway.
Okay.
She's actually really, really intelligent.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's a great campaign manager. She puts a spin on everything.
Right.
She basically said that Donald Trump won the debate, and that he believes he won the debate, and he's going around doing a victory lap by himself, saying, "Thank you, I won the debate."
Well, I mean, self-promotion has always been his shtick. So he can't sit there and make it look like, he lost the debate. It's like a boxing match. At the end, both sides are holding their arms up like, no, I won. No,
Right.
I won. No, I won. It's just like, you can't acknowledge that there was, a sense of defeat. He's like, no, I won. I called her out.
And you lost to a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's crazy.
What else is going on?
What else is happening in the world? What else is happening in the world?
I know.
I don't know. I just
Yeah,
asked
go
you.
ahead. Tell me,
No.
Gio, what's going on in
What's
the world?
going on in the world? We did want to address last time about this whole Meek Mill game situation has relished yet to another level.
Oh.
And of course, we know Beanie Siegel, aka Beans, got knocked down from his wife and his kids, which is highly, highly, highly messed up.
I don't think so. I think if you pop off at the mouth and the motherfucker catch you, I don't give a fuck if you at church praising God, you're getting baptized. Motherfucker drown you getting baptized. That's God's will. I keep trying to tell y'all.
Well,
shit happens on site.
To add fuel to the fire, now it's like this beef is just dragging people in. So now we have Beanie Siegel, we have Meek Mill, we have Game,
Mano.
we have Mano now, we
got
have
Lil-
Stitches,
Lil Uzi.
we have Lil Uzi. That's
Okay,
new.
who is that?
Okay,
Help me.
he's a new rapper on the right. A lot of these rappers they all look like Young Thug for the most
And
part.
they all got Lil something.
And Lil something. So Lil Uzi basically, I guess he had text Game. I mean, he texted Meek Mill how Game wasn't shit, how they're all hating on him, how he got bars, blah blah. Basically, he was dick riding Meek Mill. Then he hopped over on Game side, from what I have gathered from all these tweets and texts and everything. And then so Meek Mill put him on blast and said, "Oh, just a week ago you were on my dick." So I don't know what's going on. And is Sean Kingston still alive?
Oh,
I mean, honestly, I haven't heard anything from Sean Kingston.
Well, I mean, if I
Let me text his mama right now and
Yo,
see if Mama Kingston
listen.
stay all right.
as long as this beef stays musically fine, you know, I'm even like Stitches. He's a Miami rapper that got knocked out by Game's manager, Whack 100.
Okay, wait, hold on. Is that the light skinned guy with the crazy hair and all the tattoos and
Yes.
stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a rapper. He has a big Miami following, and he recently was parked outside of Game's car for like 2 hours waiting for him. Game finally comes out. Police come. He gets away from the police, starts walking up to the Game, and gets cold-blooded knocked out by Whack 100.
No.
So here's the deal. So then after he gets knocked the fuck out, he goes to jail.
With Whack 100.
And Whack told me he went to jail too, but they let Whack out from what Whack said because they didn't like Stitches. But Whack, I mean, nobody knows this, but Whack showed me a text message from Stitches asking Whack to manage him after he knocked him the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
So
shit.
this morning, Stitches is on the video with his friend talking shit about the Game, and then basically saying that the Game is contradicting himself because first he's all Black Pride, Black Power, Black Lives Matter. Then he's out in the streets fighting Meek Mill, and there may be some legitimacy to that.
Yeah, but he's not the one to be able to say that.
in the same caption, he's saying, "Download my mixtape in my bio."
Yeah.
And last to add, Dan gets jumped by his own friends.
What?
Stitches.
After he got knocked out and then got released from jail, his friends beat him up and put that online. Let me tell you something about the Game. The Game is the best when it comes to social media.
Yes,
you
he
will
is.
not win a war with the Game.
I see that.
Now, this morning,
I saw the comments.
This is why I fuck with the Game. The Game is doing exactly what I would have done if I was on an online beef or what I have done with somebody. Meek Mill has a Puma deal. So every morning now when Game wakes up, he posts, the first thing he posts is a shot towards Meek Mill. He posted 2 shoes that were made of rats.
Yeah.
and he put them online talking about Meek Mill and his friend O'Malley.
Oh my God.
I just think it's comedy at this point.
Game's hilarious. But in all say, at the end of the day, let's keep it peaceful. If you're going to fight. Just keep the guns out of it.
And he won. The Game won another battle with Meek Mill just the other night.
How?
On Hollywood Unlocked, we ran an eggplant off.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm out of this conversation.
Who they like more? They actually love the Game more than Meek Mill. I'm not even going to get into the comments, but
eggplant off.
But Meek got about 92 comments, and Game got about 300, 400 comments. But he was all in the comments talking to the fans.
But
So
wait,
shout out
hold
to
on
Game.
one second here. So I saw the picture of the Game, and he was in the gray sweatpants. What is it with the fucking gray sweatpants? Why gray?
Because the way the
Why
shadow,
gray?
the way the
How
way,
about white?
No, I'm gonna
Because white,
yellow.
I'm gonna tell you,
go ahead.
when you wear gray sweatpants, it's something about when you got a nice little,
Nice little no.
nice chub, hard, whatever print showing. The gray, the way the light hit it, the shadows reflected, and it makes the print more
You
printable.
gave this a lot of thought.
No,
Yeah, it's the truth.
But there's Instagram pages dedicated to gray sweatpants.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. I'm going on Instagram right now. Hold on one second. here.
Kaylin
No,
White
it's
just
happening.
released the eggplant, which he's a
You said
Who did?
Caitlyn Jenner?
Kaylin White.
I wonder if Caitlyn Jenner wears gray sweatpants. Shout out to Caitlyn.
That's funny.
Kaylin White from the group
That's-
Kelly
Let me
Miles.
ask-
That's funny.
Okay, Sean Kingston's mom, shout out to Mama Kingston, just texted me and said, "Hey, love, we're great. Thanks for asking." Okay, so they're still alive.
Okay. That's so funny. Okay, wait. So Game posted a picture of himself wearing the gray sweatpants.
Yeah, but I think he tied his little thing down a little bit. Because it hasn't been deleted yet. Anytime we post the Game in a precarious piece of pants, we get our shit deleted.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hating ass
unfortunate.
Instagram.
Well, I mean, they don't delete it off his page, do they?
That's
See, that's
yeah,
not fair.
They don't. That's not fair.
That's not fair. That's a double standard. So, okay, so wait, what was Meek wearing? Because I didn't see that one.
He just had his
He
arms
looks like
up like the, I don't
he
know.
looks like he just wears like
But there's
baggy
there's an alleged sex tape out of the Game and Nicki Minaj too.
Oh,
lies.
Swear to God. Shout out to Famiolis. It's on Famiolis. I don't know if it's real or not. Famiolis, let me tell you something. They have a lot more courage than me to do the things they do. Hollywood Unlocked, we don't expose people. We use our platform responsibly as much as we can and give people the platform to counteract what Fame Yolis is doing. But they actually put a tape out where it looks like the game in bed fucking, well, he's definitely, whoever it is, definitely fucking some woman because her legs are up like she's riding a horse upside down. Well, technically she was. And it looks like the game between her legs, and the story is that it's Nicki Minaj. Oh. Be Still My Heart. Now, if that's true,
then that means she cheated on Safari, possibly.
No, probably.
Maybe.
Well, the game already said that Meek Mill was FaceTiming and texting Nicki stuff while she was with Safari, hating on him to get her. I don't know. This is all just messy. Does Nicki Minaj even rap anymore?
Yeah, she's
I'm not talking about Christmas gifts. I'm talking about music.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Because I used to be a really big fan of Nicki Minaj.
Well, I'm looking at this
And then
sex
what
tape
happened?
right now.
I mean, I'm just not really. I think when Nicki Minaj came out, I loved, like, if you look at Monster, if you look at all the other music that she did that had hardcore
Personalities.
verses, she was dope. No,
Yeah.
I didn't. When she transitioned into becoming this Barbie thing,
Roman and all
it was
them.
just not my thing. Like, I love hardcore Nicki.
Yeah.
So
I think she's taking a break, man. She's at the last on the BET Awards or some awards I saw her. I was like, damn, she gained a little bit.
So you pulled up the video of
Yeah.
the person humping Nicki Minaj or
get it
whoever,
back, get it back.
allegedly.
what did you do?
I didn't do
So
anything.
what did you think of the video?
Okay. First of all,
What did it look like to our viewers? who
okay.
can't see
First of all, the POV, the point of view of the camera,
so random.
sorry, the point of view of the camera, it looks like as if the bed is against the wall that is, just in front of you. Okay. So let's just say you're standing at the door. Bed is maybe about 10 to 15 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
So the camera looks like it's above the door frame.
Like a surveillance camera. On
Yes. That is exactly
Well, let
what
me
that
say
shit
this.
looks like.
Wherever it is, I think it's unfair because as a viewer, I like a closer look than that.
Yes, me too.
I won't even watch porn that has shit like that. I don't give a fuck who's in it. It could be
Yeah.
Michael Jackson and Miley Cyrus. I'm not watching it.
Don't touch nothing.
Okay.
Can you imagine if Michael Jackson and Miley Cyrus had a porno?
Let's move on.
So,
Billie Jean.
okay. So I'm assuming that this is only just a portion of the tape because
No, that's pretty
like
much
five,
it.
It's
This
like
is-
5 minutes.
It's all the way to the end until you hear and then he rolls over. But
okay. Well,
what
let
do you
me.
think?
Well, what I will say right now is it looks like Game likes Missionary. See,
You
shout out
like
to Missionary.
Missionary.
That's
That
what I'm
does.
saying.
Don't draw the conclusion that we should end up together.
You might go far.
Shut the fuck up, Jason. Everybody likes Missionary. You cannot tell who the girl is. There is no possible way that you'd be able to tell that this is or it's not Nicki Minaj. You can't tell who she is.
Not at all.
No, you just know it's a
Okay, well, you've watched
female.
a lot of that now.
I know. I mean, I listen. We know what's going on
I
in my
know-
bedroom.
well,
Nothing.
No, but you're single and the game's single. Would you ever date the
no,
game?
stop, don't even go
Would
there.
you ever date the game?
I don't know him.
But if
I
you-
don't know him.
But if you
I
guys could
don't
get
know
if the
him.
game came on the show and cleared up the song and says
she
that you
flexible.
never drove a Honda Accord and then gets right on all
He
terms,
said it publicly.
but would you be open to dating him?
You know what? That question is just so weird.
It's a question though, and our viewers are waiting eagerly for you
I
to
will
answer.
say that she is very
Hold
flexible.
on, we're gonna go back to the question at hand. Would you date the game?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I do not like to date guys that are that active on social media. My preference of man either does not own a social media page at all, or he just
Very rare.
it's not the first thing he thinks of when he wakes up.
If the game said that he would stop tweeting and texting and posting
I
on
wouldn't believe
Instagram,
him. I wouldn't believe him.
I wouldn't either.
There's no fucking way he's going to stop. No.
Okay, what else is going on in the world? Do we have anything else over there?
Well, yeah. So as we know, Colin Kaepernick has taken the knee. A lot of athletes have followed suit. Basketball season's about to start. Do not expect your favorite players to be taking the knee.
Why not?
During the because they are not trying to lose their endorsements. And how do we say Draymond Green?
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. Okay, yeah. Draymond.
What did he say?
Yeah, he basically said the exact same thing. He was like, I support what he does, but nah, son, don't look at me to be following
You know-
suit.
you know-
Steph Curry basically said the same thing.
But you know what? There's a lot
LeBron
of...
said the same thing.
There's one thing that Floyd Mayweather has always said to me, and I didn't really get this because he's made $800 million, which is a lot of fucking money. My bank account is 325. He's like really taking a lot of pride in the fact that he's never taken an endorsement. He's
Wow.
never been with Nike. He's never been with Reebok. He's never ever done it. He said, first of all, we talked about slaves that had branding and how they were slaves to a brand or slaves to an owner, and that what it represented. Also, that he likes to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it. So he's never had a situation where he's had to think about whether he can do what he wants to do or not because he's never been owned by anybody. He's his own promoter.
That's deep.
That's crazy.
That's
But
deep.
you know what's interesting is the fact that Floyd has been, he's basically, his career spans, 20 years?
19.
Yeah, in the boxing, 19, 20 years in the
Yeah.
boxing ring.
Yeah.
You acquire that kind of wisdom and knowledge
Yeah.
with experience. And usually it's acquired by way of making, an egregious mistake, And he doesn't really seem to have any, it's funny. It's amazing to think that if Nike came along in his 5th year of boxing, that he wouldn't have wanted to take the deal. I do find that really interesting about him.
Did they ever approach him, or
Oh yeah, no, they've
he
been
just said no from the jump?
I was at dinner. I talk so much about things I don't even know what I'm supposed to talk about. I'll just say this: we were at a restaurant called The Cut one night, and the owner of Under Armour came in because he had heard Floyd was in town.
Kevin
and
Plank.
Kevin,
Yeah.
young guy too, young. I mean,
Yeah,
billionaire.
he's like 44 maybe.
So he comes over to the table. It's me, Floyd, his assistant, the driver, Bruce. Shout out to Bruce, and about I
love
don't know,
Bruce.
3 or 4 girls. Jalissa Bermudez was there too. And so he comes over and he talks to Floyd, and he's like, "Yeah, we got to work together." And Floyd says, "You already endorsed the guy I beat. Like, I'm a winner. I'm a champ. I'm the champ." But basically, Floyd said no, and he didn't partner with Under Armour. That's crazy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But you got to respect it. And Floyd being my mentor, I don't always listen. He always tells me, don't be wearing brands that have logos unless you're getting a check. Shout out to Beats. So is there anything that you wouldn't do for money?
There's a ton of
A
shit that
ton
I
of
wouldn't
shit
do
I
for
wouldn't
money.
Okay, so I mean, I don't have many. So what would you not do for money?
No gay activity.
Really?
Really fucking really.
Hold on. So you have a fucked up bed. You need to learn how to cook. You have a girl that has an expensive taste.
Not really. She like going to the taco truck, but continue.
Her goal in life shouldn't be to go to the taco truck.
I hate tacos.
But
So
go ahead.
no gay activity would be your thing.
Never. Nah.
Why?
I feel like I'm selling my soul. Anything for money, I feel like it's selling my
I
soul.
mean, technically, you're fucking without a marriage, so you're technically violating the commandments.
we go again.
I'm just saying, you sold your soul. Hold
God.
on. Let's slow it down. I mean, I am not here to.
You're not
tell
the
it all
morality
about-
police.
and I'm not telling people in the world to go out and have gay sex. Although you should try.
I think
it once
God
in a
would
while.
want me to have sex more with a woman.
No, God wants you to be married first before you have sex with a woman. Technically, the Bible
Yeah, you're
actually
right.
wrote that
You're
out.
right. You were right.
Okay, so gay sex is off the list, but fucking and fornicating isn't. Okay, cool. You're going to hell. All right,
I hate what he.
I mean, listen, when people
fucking
say
has a good point.
When people say to me, "I'm going to hell," nigga, like the list is so long of my indiscretions. Like you don't have to remind me. I have time, and I'm gonna get it right with God.
Listen, as you repent, you just repent on your way out the door, and kingdom of
Jesus,
heaven
I'm
is
sorry.
all yours.
Jesus, I'm sorry. Okay, see? Not to play with religion, because all these fucking Bible thumpers out there are gonna be all on my shit.
Right.
Okay, so what would you not do for money?
I agree with him. Besides, nothing homosexual, whatever. It has nothing to do with it. Just anything sexual. Anything sexual.
Ever?
I'm not that. I'm yeah.
Come on.
So
No, I'm not
if I
prostitute.
called you and said there's a prince in Dubai who has a big old oil
Let
truck.
me tell you
See,
something.
he's taking girls
Hold on
to
one
taco
second.
trucks.
Hold
I'm
on
taking
one
the oil
second.
trucks.
Let me tell you something. You have no idea the amount of offers I've gotten over the course of like my young.
What's the biggest amount?
For sex?
Yeah.
It was $1 million.
Shit,
I'd
I would have
did
been a
that.
fucking motherfucker.
What? Do you still have their
Would
phone
you
number?
would you still have gay sex?
No.
Wait. For $1 million, you wouldn't.
No.
Y'all love poverty. Then I don't understand.
Okay.
What?
I know. You know what? I'm gonna be
Would you
real.
have sex with a girl
I'ma be
for $1 million?
real. Yes, he would.
I would have sex with a girl for $10,000. Are you fucking serious? I have a shoe fetish. I love to travel. I got motherfuckers who don't have
Wait,
jobs on them
Mel,
that I date.
Somebody
No.
offered you was it a prince? Was it an heiress? Was it a
Flow rider.
Oh God.
on my elevator? Pick it up. So listen, yeah, was it a regular person?
You know what? There's got to be one day where I'm not the
In the hot
butt,
seat.
in the hot seat,
Okay,
and the
so
butt
let
of
me
jokes
let me
and
go.
shit like
Let me
that.
say this: I represent every single listener out there, screaming, yelling, and looking to hack your Instagram to get the number of the motherfucker that's offering $1 million.
I mean,
for
I just
sex.
listen.
Wait, I'm the person that represents all the people out there that would do it. Can I tell you a quick story?
Sure.
I go to Ketsuya one night. I got one motherfucker that I'm fucking with who's straight. I got one motherfucker here that's straight that I want to fuck with, and I got my friend Lee sitting at the table. So we're eating an expensive dinner. I'm paying for it because nobody at the table has money but me. Typical. So the person that I'm sitting across the table with that I'm fucking with, who's straight, we're talking to the guy who's straight and who's whatever. So I say to the guy that I'm fucking with, so the guy I'm fucking with looks at the guy and he says, yo, bro, can I ask you a question? We're just eating. I swear to God, I did not prepare this. I shouldn't be sharing so much. This is crazy. So the guy says to him, yo, would you suck dick for $1 million? Just out the blue.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, it's getting ready to go down. So dude's like, what, bro? Don't miss me with that gay shit, bro. No. So the boy is sitting there eating. He was like, oh, okay, cool. You just don't want it bad enough.
That's funny.
I had so much respect for him.
Okay.
You hear that? You see that weird moment of silence after that?
So there are people out there who are willing to be flexible.
Listen,
when it comes to their morals.
Yeah, listen.
Everything got a price on it, I think.
Listen,
you clearly don't.
You're damn right.
No judgment.
Sorry.
It just wasn't something that I was willing to. Here, let me give you a story. Okay. So
shout out to the coconut oil today.
Oh, thank you. So when was this? This must have been like 2003. I pretty much, put doing videos on hold. My last video was Usher's video. Yeah, it was in January 2004, right? And so I had produced a calendar, my first calendar, and it was a 2004 calendar. So around 2003, I quit my bartending job. I wasn't doing music videos because I was preparing to, become a celebrity, And so basically, I really didn't have a lot of money at this point. I put a lot of money into my calendar and whatnot. And I got this offer from this sex pillow. It was called Liberator Extreme. So basically, it looks like a ramp. So the woman's supposed to lie, stomach first onto it, and it just pushes her ass up, and it makes doggy style real easy. And they were offering me, I want to say they were offering me $150,000.
And you said no.
And I said no.
To shoot with it.
Yes, to endorse the product, to shoot and everything. That remains to be seen. I didn't even want to go there. I just didn't want that to come back and bite me in the ass later.
Literally.
Seriously.
Okay, can I just tell you something though? Yeah. We just had this conversation last night.
What?
Hose is winning.
Oh, let me tell you something. Yeah. I would endorse the fuck out of that product right now.
But see, you
whatever. People can get away with fucking murder now.
My question is, why not do it? You could have been the trailblazer for women doing doggy style pillow ass shots.
Listen, let me tell you something. Because I've always had a very difficult time dealing with being in the public eye and everything that came with it.
Stop giving a fuck about what people say about you.
Hold on. I'm not there anymore.
You're getting better.
I'm getting a lot better. It just took a very long time. I was very, very sensitive to criticism in the early part of my career. That's why I love Cardi B so fucking much, because
Cardi B needs to bring her ass with her new teeth, her swag, her good music, and her fashionable sense of style on our show.
I love that she is
playing Cardi B.
I love that she's winning because she is herself. She doesn't know any other way to be. I love that about her. I've always envied that about people who seem to really, truly not give a fuck.
And if you've been following Cardi B for a while, because I actually am not a fan of Cardi B's from Love and Hip Hop. I was a fan of Cardi B from Instagram.
Yeah.
Back when she was just doing her crazy ass videos.
Yeah.
This is when she had the mangled teeth, but she was still beautiful.
Yeah.
And still funny as fuck. And so she somehow needs to bring her ass here. I heard she does go on the Hollywood Unlocked Instagram, so shout out to Cardi B showing us love, but we need her in studio.
Yeah. Nothing about her. Obviously some things physically have changed, like more, when you get some money in your pockets, you can, do a little bit more. And she looks fabulous, but she has not changed from the person that she was entertaining people on Instagram to now where she is fielding movie offers and getting God knows how much per.
And the music is actually really good. And
exactly. Yeah. I love her, and I've always loved, people that
we'll get her on the show.
Yeah, I've always loved that people can, withstand criticism and just and buck back.
Yeah.
I just didn't have that ability.
I can do it because Jill Marie,
I know you can. That's what I envy about you too.
Shout out to Jill Marie Jones from Girlfriends, a good friend of mine. She and I were talking today. on the phone, and I was trying to tell her to come on the show, and she said she's terrified because she's seen the show.
Girl, come on the show.
But as she said to me, she was asking me about Love and Hip Hop. She was like, has anybody seen like the Incredible Hulk Jason yet? I'm like, nah, they ain't pissed me off that bad because I used to be known for like literally building campaigns or would you call them scorched earth?
Yeah, you have scorched earth mentality.
I'm telling you, me and the game are like kindred spirits. He and I are the same in terms of like. When
I actually don't think he has shit on you. I really, like knowing the old Jason, the one that used to drink heavily and just was like a bull in a china shop when you got mad.
When people typically don't go after me, but I will say this week there was somebody who did an interview. I'm not going to talk about the person because they're really not a factor. But they did an interview and there was a portion of it was about me and they were talking about me. And at first I was really motivated to go there, but then I thought of what Floyd says. He's just like, don't let your haters share your platform. Like, don't make them relevant. I'm on a show. This person is not on a show. I'm on the money team. This person is not on the money team. So why create all that energy for the person? So I didn't react. Instead of that, I just stopped and I got on my knees and prayed. And I was like, dear Lord, please let this motherfucker die in a car crash. Amen.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, we have our friend in the house, Eric Bellinger.
Yes.
Hey.
What's going on?
I like your glasses.
Thank you.
So is this the first time that you and Eric have met?
Yeah.
No, you saw Eric at Megan Good's birthday party. You said he was skating all over the place like a crazy man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But we
This is the
wasn't,
first time
formally introduced. That was like,
Yeah.
that was our moment was
Yeah.
just happened.
Yeah.
So I asked Eric before we started the show if he's seen the show. He said no, but what did you hear about the show?
I heard it gets crazy.
I just think it gets fun.
Nah, that's what they said. He said fun,
Yeah.
more so as a descriptive word, but
Who told you that?
outside.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well, your sister-in-law did the show, Megan.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
because you're married to her sister,
Yeah,
Lamaya, the beautiful Lamaya Good.
Thank you.
and I feel some type of way because I know the bride and the groom. I was not invited to the wedding.
Nah, nobody was
Was it
invited.
a destination wedding? or was
Nobody. It was just me and her. And
I like that.
Really?
Just me and her and the beneficiary, and then we had the witness who was photographer, my boy Kenneth Kenwin. Shout out to Ken.
So how did that come about? You guys just decided one day, fuck it, we're just gonna do it.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like we was on a little trip, little vacation, just us two. We was actually on a boat, and I was like, it was crazy. It just hit me. I was like, yo, this is supposed to happen. I felt like I seen God on the water. I swear. I told her, I said, I seen God out there on the water, and he told me we need to get married in 7 days.
Was this before the marijuana use or after the acid trip?
This is after. This is before, because I just started smoking maybe 8 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, never
I
had
don't have
smoked
the lungs for it.
one time ever
Your
a day
ring
in my
is a
entire
very
life.
unique wedding ring.
Yeah,
Is it like a crown? What is
It is a crown.
It's drippy.
Oh, that's dope.
It's drippy.
Okay, so
If it's this way, it's a crown.
Wait, Eric,
got you.
where are you originally from?
Compton.
now
from-
you know,
okay, so-
now you know
You
he
can't hear
walked
it.
in here saying, "Well,
Right.
cut." So you
Okay,
know
so
he
you're
felt like-
right. So I'm like, so wait, you're born and raised in California,
Yeah.
and you just started smoking 8 months ago?
Yeah.
How?
Hilarious.
How?
I grew up and praising the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a
And,
PK.
it was just kind of like a situation that was just so frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? It was like the craziest thing. Like you know what I'm saying? And then once I tried it, I was like,
This is
Wait a minute.
great. You
I was
did a-
like, but I'm glad that I started when I did. I feel like what it does to me now, if it had it did to me then, it wouldn't have been the right time. It would have been a little too soon. But now it's enhancing how the happiness that I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying?
I should start smoking weed. Then.
It's going,
You really
it's going
should.
crazy because I'm
Really?
just like,
yeah.
it's lit out here. And then when you get lit, it's just be
litter.
like, this is incredible. You know what I'm saying?
So
but
when-
before it's like, I ain't got no bread. Let me smoke. I ain't got no bread. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
now I'm like, it's
Okay,
lit.
so listen, when you proposed to Lamaya, was she already pregnant at the time or no?
She was.
So it wasn't out of guilt for
No.
because we were just talking about how he's going to hell for fornicating.
Oh, that's crazy. See me?
actually,
I'm doing it.
The bedroom's undefiled for you now, brother.
Well, yeah, I was saying it's going crazy, and
technically-
God is like, "Go, brother."
Technically,
God is cheering me on, like you know what I'm saying.
technically the conversation was, would Gio have gay sex for $1 million? He said no. So I told him he'd be, in poverty for the rest of his life. But anyway, okay, so you guys are happily married now.
For sure.
And now your music, you're out. Before you were just writing music for the most part.
Yeah.
Now you're an artist. You're out performing music.
Yes.
So there's a lot of thotties along the way.
Several.
How do you handle that? I mean, you don't ever want to just get like a piece of side pussy when you're on the road, or do you?
I be feeling like everything is just crazy. Like I don't trust nothing. I'm like, nah, it's not. Nothing is worth
And
that.
your wife has them hands.
Nothing is worth
Yeah.
that.
So
Exactly.
you probably should not.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, fam, like
got an
it's
incentive.
not even the.
You never know when
You
she's
don't
trying to
have a
low key
chance.
set you up too.
Yeah, that's
See
what
if
I'm
you're
saying.
gonna
Like,
take
hold on,
the
you
bait.
too cold, and that was too easy. The way you just slid in like Barry Bonds was wild right there. You came in, you obviously planned that. You had your thesis statement. You had you feel me? You had a summary at the end.
At least if you
The
did, you
picture
could
was-
call your brother-in-law
but it's
Devon
like,
Franklin and get
fam,
prayed over.
Get out of here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like, okay, cool. Devo right here. I got a strong corner.
Yeah.
My corner is strong to where it's like, first off, I'm so solid and I'm so good that it's just like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love. I'm an R&B singer at the end of the day. I'm singing to you. I'm performing. I'm
you're not
entertaining.
gonna- so you won't
but
be-
it's-
you won't be
it's-
like
I'm
a-
good at stopping it there. And
you
knowing
won't,
once I
you
get
won't
off
be
stage,
added on the list of bad boys of R&B. So you
Nah,
won't be
it's
putting the tip
impossible.
in or pissing on
Nah,
anyone.
it's
like
a
R.
good
Kelly.
boy. He's the boy next door.
I'm the person that's going to basically set the example for years to come and show that it could really be done in a way that's respectful and that's still talent based and that's still
You got a lot of
know what I'm
pressure.
saying?
I
It's
mean,
a lot-
if you
it's-
look at R&B, okay, let's see. Usher,
yeah,
all his women ugly.
damn.
Shit.
He just. I see where we going. I see where we going.
We'll
I see
get
where
back.
we going.
We'll fucking.
I
Let me
see where we
say. Let me
going.
say this. I've never been a huge fan of Usher. Like I'm not. I have a few albums that somebody I probably fucked on the low downloaded on my iTunes. I don't go and buy Usher music. He's
Usher.
talented.
Yeah.
No, he's talented. He ain't the most attractive, and the women he's been with are not the most attractive. Now that's a fact. Okay, so you got Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown, we all know, was doing cocaine, crack, wrecking cars, alcohol.
Hanging from ceilings and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, okay.
Well,
It was crazy.
Who else is there? There was R. Kelly. He was
Yeah.
pissing on little
Oh,
kids.
shit.
Okay. Then there's you work with Chris Brown, right?
Sure did.
There's Chris Brown.
That sounds like
Leave
there's
that
drama
alone.
there. We're gonna get back to that.
Yeah, nah, because I know where you heading with
Right,
this. You
he
know,
said-
No,
it's
there's-
like I get it.
No,
Yeah,
there's
you know
just
what
a
I'm saying?
lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure,
You
but the
singing
thing
love
is,
songs.
you know, I'm somebody that can handle pressure different than a lot of people. I grew up a lot different, and my situations is real situations, and a lot of other people's situations ain't all that real.
I spent Thanksgiving with this man and his family before. Like he come from a solid
Family
preacher.
I couldn't
PK.
wait. I couldn't wait to find somebody. You feel me? That could do this with me. I really look at it different. You know, I
Wait,
really,
you okay? You bring up Jesus and God a lot. I was a preacher's kid when I was in foster care
Yeah,
for like
but-
2 years.
But he has a solid foundation.
Yeah, I just look at. I just really look at it like, man, like this is my purpose. This is just my purpose. It's
telling
gonna
the
be
music.
tough. Yeah, it's gonna be tough because it's like, especially doing it at a time right when it was like I was starting to see a little success. It was like, okay, if they ain't looking out, well, we in the club, we on the radio, we getting booked, we getting tours, we getting all these different opportunities, and they're coming more. The ones that I had wanted.
Did you
know?
get did you sign a prenup?
Now they're coming. Nah, no.
You
None
guys
of
said
that.
no prenup.
None of that, man.
Damn, y'all-
This
you-
is, this
you-
is
you
the
gotta
real
make this shit
deal,
work.
and time will tell. I don't even like to say like,
That's
watch
deep.
them. You'll see. You know what I'm
deep.
saying? This is real. You know what I mean?
'Cause I'm
Like
I'm on
my
Love and
life, my real life is more important than any of this.
So I'm on Love and Hip Hop with Ray J, who just got married to Princess Love.
Yeah.
And their whole storyline so far this season has been about whether or not they sign a prenup. So
Right.
you didn't even think of a prenup?
Never thought of it.
Interesting.
Wow. My girlfriend just got married and there was no prenup.
Who? Which girlfriend?
Natasha.
And her husband's rich.
Yes.
The one that's married to the white doctor or something, right?
No, he's not a doctor, but he like has this.
He's rich.
company.
Yeah, he
he's-
look rich. I've seen he look rich as
Let me
fuck.
tell you
Yeah.
something. If I have
Got my
$50,
That's my
Ain't
brother-in-law.
doing no work.
if I have $50,
You need all- you
I'm
need
keeping
all.
$50.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
feel
I
you.
kind of feel like
I mean, that's just a decision that you make. If you don't think that that person is the one
Yeah,
going in, what you doing? Just
but not
just
only,
chill.
but shit happens and people change. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is
Very
about
true.
chemical
I feel you.
imbalances or living, especially living in Hollywood and being in this industry. Like
Yeah.
you could be in love with somebody and then one day they just, I don't know, see a Kanye West video and all of a sudden they feel
feel it.
faded.
I think if you go into the relationship and you both are kind of like, you know, in the
Stable.
same playing field as each other, then you know, then the prenup
it's
be
hard.
damned, you know. But if you come into it and I'm, you know, and you have like
Yeah.
$150 million and they have, I don't know, 5, then a prenup
You can talk.
might
You
be
can talk.
But when
useful.
you have 150, okay, you're a successful songwriter.
Right.
You've written a lot. You've written for Justin Bieber. You've written for Chris Brown.
It's lit.
that songwriting check must be pretty,
No, that's that
pretty nice.
yeah, because that thing is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, the
Every
royalties.
Christmas is like, mommy.
Let me
But
tell you
it
something.
doesn't
I've
keep on
seen this
giving if
brother
you get a
go from
divorce.
a Honda, from a Honda to a Panamera Porsche
Hello.
to the Jaguar XJ9.
XJ.
How do you know all this?
I was
I mean,
gonna say,
I've been
you're
knowing.
paying a lot of attention.
yeah.
We've been knowing each other for maybe about
Yeah,
6 years.
since I've been, like people know in LA, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
boom, R&B group, solo artist, songwriter. It's a lot of different. And Gio was one of the people that was right there with me, like, yo, E, I got you. What you need? You need the choreo, boom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Stage presence, just turning it from the songwriter at the, you know what I mean, at the
Yeah.
session to the superstar on stage demanding your presence as I'm singing, as I'm standing there, as I'm captivating you. And now the confidence has just grown enormously to where it's like,
so how
okay,
do-
what are we doing?
So how hard is it
got
to
it.
go from behind the scenes to now in front of the scene?
Extremely hard.
Because I know, like,
Damn,
being
that
able
was
to
real.
just do what I do to
Yeah.
now being on Love and Hip Hop, it's very There's a lot of
Extremely
frustrating
hard.
experiences.
Most definitely. I look at it like everybody, whatever they are introduced to you as, like whatever they see you as.
That's what you are.
That's it.
Yeah, it is. If I ever write a book, one of my chapters is going to be like, be careful how you introduce yourself to the world.
I
because they will
introduced
never.
myself throwing a drink.
I know. I
mean,
know.
most people are
but
getting
I love
past
you.
it. It is hard,
Yeah.
but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
at the end
that's
of the day,
that's the thing, like you can't, take people's no's and people
Yeah.
not believing in you. If I was to just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna rock with what everybody say about me, like that's just a songwriter. It's already tough enough, no matter who you are, making that transition. So for me to be so deep in it, it wasn't like I wrote a couple songs. It was like I wrote I have like
what was your
100
first song that you wrote, if you can remember?
that I got like
that you got a check for?
placed.
Was it Let Me See?
Let Me See was probably, that was like one of the bigger ones. That was like, 2012 iTunes song of the year.
Who was that?
That's Usher.
Usher and
Rick
Rick
Ross.
Ross.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
He's not an Usher fan.
You don't
he
do
said that
Usher.
clearly.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Right.
It's all good.
It's
but
okay.
did you catch Fine China? No. did you catch?
He's smoking.
Nah,
we
but I was
can't
just
hold it
playing.
against him.
I was just playing. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like I really, really put a lot of time in it, and I look at, and then the more and more I was writing, every time a smash would come up in the studio, no matter what, before I could be like, okay, let me start thinking about a possible video rollout. Somebody in the room, nigga, I'd be crazy for Trey Songz. Sit your ass. Like, why I can't
Did you
get my
tap into
shit
your
off?
inner Michael Jackson
Why
on that
can't
one?
get me off? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was cool when I was really pushing for it. But once I was like, yo, let me try to make a name for myself. Let me try to, you know what I mean? I'm at the concerts and I'm seeing the songs being performed. It's not like I can't hit those notes.
do you
it's not like I
find-
can't hit those moves. So let me try to do both.
Oh,
Right.
well,
Wait,
if I
wait a
was
minute.
an artist and you were, writing for me in the past and, you were responsible for my hits and now all of a sudden you want to be,
I was just about
you
to
wanna-
ask
you
the
want to be the
question.
artist,
So,
I would
believe.
be salty.
So I was going to ask
Oh,
the question:
very
are there
salty.
people that are salty that you've worked with before?
Has to be, because it's people that I'm in the studio with 11 a.m. until 11 a.m. the next morning, and we doing all kind of shit, and then finally when it's like, yo, bro, I'm about to put on my stuff. You think you could possibly help me? Maybe hop on a joint, maybe do a verse. It's already written, just a hook, throw some ad libs, anything. No love.
So, so is that, are you
Several times.
So we're talking about Usher now,
We're talking about Chris,
Brown.
straight up.
So you've written for Chris Brown, and you guys were friends, right?
We're still friends, but because the thing is, I don't take it personal. It's business. What I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna go and try to collab with you no more and work with you on your albums. When I'm a fan of you, it's no hard feelings. You
So
just
you
don't
would
want to
still-
get on my shit. That's
So,
cool.
Wait,
but we
so
still
let
gotta
me-
go get
so
this
let me
business.
So let me understand
Business is
this.
business.
Let me understand this, because I
Yeah.
have a different perception. I mean,
Yeah.
my point of view is different on
Yeah.
that. My point of view is if I rock with you and I fuck with you, like me and Don Benjamin, we were really good. We're good friends.
Yeah.
you guys
don't-
were really,
But we
like,
don't hang like we used to because
Yeah.
he's doing this thing, and I've learned to just not take it personal. To go do your thing, I'm
Right.
doing my thing. I used to roll with Don. Now I roll with Floyd. We all cool.
Everybody's still homies. Yeah.
Everybody's still homies. But now with you and Chris, if you guys have worked together, you've helped to make his shit hot, and he's not fucking with you like that.
Yeah.
You don't feel some type of way
Nah.
at all.
I feel some type of way on a personal level.
Yeah.
On an
business.
emotional level.
Right.
But this is business. Why would I be like, yo, you don't want to hop on my song?
So
all
you-
right,
so-
I'm not about to go make no money
So
with you.
wait, are you familiar? I'm obviously familiar with Kevin
was just
McCall.
about-
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
Good question.
I mean, we
Go ahead,
share the
go
same
ahead.
brain
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so we had Kevin up in the studio, and obviously him and Chris have some,
Right.
some
little issues.
yeah, little issues
Yeah.
that have not been cleared up.
Right.
So what do you think about their issues? Because it sounds
Yeah,
similar.
theirs is a little different. I think Chris signed Kevin McCall as an artist. So Kevin had a lot more expectations.
Right.
I don't have no expectations from Chris. It was just like, I was like, yo, can you hop on one of my joints? You can either say yes or you can say no.
And did he give you a flat out no, or did he string
He
you
gave
along?
me a flat out yes.
Oh, and then the string along
The
process.
string was wild.
I know about that string.
Damn, that shit is
But
like,
maybe
it's
he-
the longest string.
Maybe okay.
But it's cool, and I'm still like,
wait,
nigga,
I'm not
even if you
gonna-
hear this, like, you still want to do one?
I'm
Nigga,
not gonna
I don't
defend-
have those issues.
I'm not
like,
going to defend
I'm
Chris,
tripping,
but
you know what I'm
maybe
saying?
he was high or in court.
I couldn't be,
Or on
you know,
probation.
like if that was the case. That's the thing with me. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to work, cool. If you don't, cool, because I'm getting it.
Have you ever worked with
regardless.
Beyonce?
Yes.
Damn. Okay, because I'm a Beyonce fanatic.
Yes,
I've
yes.
been to this current tour 3 times. I've gone to
Crazy.
everything. So how was it work? You were in the studio with her?
Yes.
Really?
Sure.
He
Like
is,
this close?
Yeah, he should
wrote-
be the head of her fan
So
club.
tell me about tell me about that. No, because I can't return letters. Fuck all that. Like I don't even. My ex wrote me a letter from jail. I'm not writing. So how was it working with her? Like, and what song did you work on?
Man, we worked on like 7 songs that were on the album that didn't make the album.
You know that
Still
check would have
you
been
get
out of
paid
here.
sessions though, right? As a writer, you still get paid.
Nah.
Damn.
If it
So what
hits-
happens?
yeah.
Do songs like that go into the vault?
Yeah, the
Do they-
vault is
and-
nuts right now. They
Yeah.
still on hold for B. Look, hold on, because
So
she,
she
might
could still
call
use
back
them.
like,
She could
by
still
the
use
way,
them.
that record that we did,
She cut 'em or she
might
just
use
dem-
them.
it was
Nah,
just
she
demo?
cut them. I'm
Oh,
talking about,
wow.
this is when she was doing the one with single ladies, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that
Birthday.
Beat It?
black?
Beat
That
It.
was the black, whichever one was black and pink.
I think
Fla-
that's
Sasha
with
Fierce?
Flawless and all that.
Yeah, it was
Sasha.
flawless and all
I,
that.
I got it in here. I had to.
So
go.
so that was like, you know, we worked together heavy, like on a lot of the music, and you know, as a writer, you never know which song is gonna stick. It's kind of like, okay, once the artist picks the actual track listing, it's kind of like when you're in high school and you run to the gym door and look on that paper to see if you made the team.
Yeah.
So when that track list come out, I'm like, Beyonce track list out. I'm looking like, okay, 1, 2, intro. Okay, that's the intro. Okay, number 4, we got number 5. That's the single I heard. That. Okay, damn, we had number 13, 17. We only got 4 more left. No. Okay, I'm not on there. And you're like, damn, but it was 7 on the whiteboard at the studio.
But did she reach out to you?
What happened?
Or she reached out to you? How did it come about that you worked with her?
I actually got invited to go stay in the Hamptons at the crib for like
The
2,
crib.
3
Wait,
weeks.
whose crib?
Come on, man.
Wait, hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Jason, stop trying to find out Beyonce's address, okay? Stop
We was
it.
out, I mean,
I got
I went
Eric's
out
phone
there.
number.
Me with a number of extremely talented writers.
Is that
and
where Miguel
producers.
was too? Miguel was there.
It was shifts. So when I went, it was like Dream, James Fauntleroy, Hit Boy.
Oh, I love James
damn.
Fauntleroy.
Yes,
That's the
We can invite
18.
Oh,
it was the
I love James
18. It was
Fauntleroy.
crazy. It was like, you know, it was lit. But I went through the first 2 weeks. It was another couple.
Okay, so when you
It
say,
must have been like camp,
And I was
right?
like, nah. Yeah,
Wait,
exactly. It's called a
okay,
writing camp.
can I do
Exactly.
my investigative
Sorry,
reporting?
Sorry.
Yeah,
So when you were at the house, would she sleep there at the same time
Oh
you
my
were?
God.
Yeah, I'd have been all. I wouldn't have fucked, of course.
What the
Look,
fuck, Jason?
nah,
I'd have been like, "Can I talk to you
First
about
off,
my mama?"
first off, let me tell you. Okay, so we had dinner, right? Boom, eating food every day. Look, we all got studios in our room. It was that crazy. We all. I don't. This shit is crazy that I'm saying this. I'm just loving
compound.
the vibe right here. So you know, 8
Tell us the
o'clock every
address.
day.
We won't tell
8
nobody.
o'clock every day. Dinner. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're working on, 8 o'clock you come have dinner at this big table. It's a dream come true for a, you know, for a creative person. It's like, yo, I'm looking over there, Benny Benassi right there. Boom, I'm looking to the right, you know what I'm saying? And I got, you know, just all the top tier, you know, people you could think of. Ryan Tedder, you know, Jim Johnson. And I'm sitting, I walk in, I'm trying to finish up my last idea. I'm like, shit, I'm late. I gotta hurry up. Boom, boom, boom. I go down. I'm looking like, damn, where can I sit? Where can I sit? Sure enough.
Seats right next to
B.
Beyonce.
Come sit over here. Hey, I'm buzzing. I'm with the beehive. I'm over here. Boom. I sit in the seat. I'm feeling myself. All of a sudden, somebody reaches over like this, right? It's me, B, big table. It's another empty chair. So boom, come sit down. Hey, what's up, player? I said, it's Jay. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? I'm like, oh shit, that's Jay, nigga, that's Jay, that's me, that's that. And it's just like,
Right.
I'm just young songwriter, happy to be there. So to me, to even be like, yo, yeah, y'all gonna have to, pay me these fees to be here. You
So your
crazy.
wave
The
hadn't even
life
really started yet.
experiences that I got from that trip alone.
But for the people
taught
who are
me
watching,
so much stuff.
for the people who are listening and watching the show who've never had a privilege of, I
Yeah.
met Beyonce. You've met Beyonce. Have you met? You
Didn't
worked
work
with
with
Beyonce
her before.
For
Yeah.
people who are listening, can you just? Because I've said this before. Is she
Yeah.
not the nicest person in the world?
is.
Angel,
Yeah.
Angel, crazy.
It's crazy.
Sweetest-
It was
sweet.
I'm
And
telling
all
you,
these
it was
fucking reality stars out here
for me
running
to
rampant.
Be there, Blue was there. It was like the whole family. I really felt love
My baby Blue.
until the track list came out.
She's not your baby. Boo.
I was like, damn, you ain't fucking with me that much.
Well,
man.
so during that time when
Yeah.
you saw the track list,
Yeah.
who ended up getting placements?
man,
Because I know that she is a
I mean,
huge fan of
you know
like
the
Frank
thing-
Ocean.
yeah, I
She-
think Frank was on there. That album was the one that she just surprised everybody with.
That was the one that just dropped out
Remember,
the
it just
sky.
came out of nowhere.
Oh, that's the one that was on
marketing.
iTunes. It
So-
just
so
came.
you-
So
with no
that's when I
promotion.
was like,
So in creating that, you guys have
Yeah.
to sign releases, it's confidentiality
for
agreements.
sure.
I'm assuming.
I'm just praying to God that like little period when I wasn't supposed to say nothing is over. at this point, I'm like, that was like during the time of work, correct? Because it's been about 2 years now. I know, like in tax stuff, 7 years to just fall off.
Right,
so I'm
right.
just assuming that.
So, but wait,
you know what I'm
how-
saying? We good now.
We'll delete the show from every record if you get in trouble.
How were you guys even brought to the compound? Were you like blindfolded and put into
Nah.
like a tinted sprinter
they
van?
just,
No.
Nah, they just. You for sure sign like, yo,
You have to turn in your phone.
I'm not gonna say nothing,
This
and you
is
just
why-
You
out
hand your
there.
phone in at
Nah,
the.
it's
no?
not. It's not. You.
This
It was
is
like
why-
you get sued. It was some
First,
crazy
first
stuff.
of all,
You know what I'm
anybody
saying?
that's there, first of all, it sounds like everybody there is at a caliber of like
Yeah, we
real
ain't
high
got nothing to say.
professionalism.
We ain't
And
trying to sneak
you
a
ain't trying to
snap in.
you ain't trying to kill your career off. You fucking fuck over B&J.
I'm chilling.
But this is
Listen,
what-
I had
Nah,
to ask the
But
question.
this is why I said I don't think like I've met Beyonce's mom. I've danced with Beyonce. I've taken Patron shots with the girl. I've been around. She'll never be my friend because I cannot keep a secret. Every time somebody calls me,
That's what God set up.
every time somebody calls me and says, "Jason, I got to tell you something, bro," but you can't say that. I be like, "Psh, I ain't gonna say nothing."
You know me,
but y'all know. The first thing I do is I call Melissa. I go, "Look, I'm gonna tell you something, but you can't say nothing." She's like, "I ain't,
It's
you know, I
over.
ain't saying."
Yeah.
Must have
Then,
seemed
then
like
I
she
call.
I'm a lot better at holding on to shit.
Then I call Floyd and be like, "Yo, money, I gotta tell you something, but you can't say that." And then I call
Everybody, if they told you like, yo, this is nigga, you mind if I tell? Nah,
By the
nigga,
time
I don't care
I
who
look
knows.
back,
He
I've
ain't
told-
telling nobody.
By the time I look back, I've told about 25 people, so I'd be like, "Yo, somebody else must have said that because it wasn't me."
Right, it wasn't me. Who else did you tell?
So the 2016 election is presidential election is taking place right now. Did you watch the debate the other night?
Man, nah, man. I went and got a massage.
That's what I wish I was doing.
And then I went to the gun range. These are real things that I was doing while the
so
debate was on.
So, but what,
And it's like those are the things that I need to protect. I need to relax because we in a state of emergency, and I need to go get some straps because you know what I'm saying. It's
what do
crazy.
you
out
what do
here.
you think about it? I mean, the fact that Hillary Clinton is running against a reality star, Donald
Yeah,
Trump,
yeah.
and who says admittedly he hasn't paid taxes. He said
Yeah.
he's called women fat pigs. He
Yeah.
said the Mexicans need to go back to Mexico.
Yeah.
He said we need to ban all Muslims, but he's actually in the running. What do you think?
I think I'm not surprised because it's 2016 and stranger things have happened. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises me anymore. I'm completely numb to the bullshit and everything that happens is like, damn, that's crazy. It don't even matter how wild it is. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like just in life in general, the day and
Nothing
age
shocks
that
you
we
anymore.
live in, it's
Yeah.
like crazy.
I just saw a trailer for Birth of a Nation, the Nate Parker movie. Have you seen?
Yes,
You're
yes.
familiar with that?
Yes, definitely.
Is it controversial? No, because the reason why I'm asking is because the minute I heard about this film, all of a sudden now he's under investigation for sex charges.
And you know
From
what's so
shit that he got dismissed of.
exactly? This is when he was in college, and you know what's so interesting is that Nate Parker just didn't materialize. He has been an actor.
he's been working.
And he's been a working actor for a very long time. But these allegations just suddenly appear when he's
course.
got this film coming out. That's just it's basically it's a movie about a slave revolt.
Yeah, well,
That he
crazy.
wrote and financed himself.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
worked with Nate Parker. and
Wrote,
Hill-
directed, yeah.
I work with Nate Parker and Hill Harper on there. They do an annual event for the Hill's Foundation that where basically they during Christmas they organize a big toy drive and a lot of people actually. I mean, it's not just a toy drive where people are coming putting toys in a box. It's like a big deal, and it's just a positive. So it was kind of shocking.
I'm not sure if I can go see the movie though,
Why?
because it's just
Does it have to do with slave shit again? Because I
Yes,
can't.
yes.
course.
It's a movie
But that's
about-
how niggas are staying employed right now because there aren't a lot of films out there unless you're a slave,
A thug, a
Right.
drug dealer,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
R&B singer.
Hey,
I don't-
man.
yeah, I don't know
Then
if I
they
do
giving
that.
you the. There's so many people getting roles now. It's like they just
know.
was trying to get them views up, fam. We got to go get somebody with a following so somebody can go watch that movie.
Ooh, that's
How they
deep.
acting, I don't know, but they got a following so niggas can go check it out.
So
That's so
speaking of
deep.
that, what do you like? I was, we were of course doing our research,
Mm-hmm.
aka trying to dig up all the bones in your life today,
And we couldn't find shit.
And we couldn't find
I'm
anything.
flawless.
Nothing.
I'm
So-
flawless. I'm telling you, I'm the example. I'm the chosen one. I'm the
So
one the
here's-
Lord
so
chose to
here's
say,
the-
look, I'm gonna put this on you.
Here's the question,
You
though.
gonna be good.
Do you think, because, we've seen the indiscretions from Trey Songz and
Yeah.
rumors about him and alleged boyfriends. We've seen Chris Brown, the lean, and all the shit going on at the compound. The girl
Yeah.
he allegedly put the gun on.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in order to get to like that superstar status level, there has to be some
That's
Scandal.
why. That's
some
why.
controversy?
That's why I can't look Drake in the face and say, "Let's go," because I don't got no bullshit attached. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Wait.
Wait,
Make
say
that
that
make
again?
sense?
That's why. Basically, I'm looking at Drake. Drake is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's incredible.
Okay.
I want to compete with Drake.
Okay.
You feel me? I need to
I
be up.
understand
But
that.
it's like, what you doing though? Like your music is cool, but
No, but he's
what's
not-
entertaining about it? We need some stories. We need some slanders. We need some
No, but-
headlines.
but no, we've had
and that
headlines.
shit is crazy.
No, we've had headlines. We had him at Club Whip in New York throwing
Who you talking
bottles.
about?
Drake.
Nah, Drake is good. Drake is out of here. He's on. He's to the point.
No,
you know
but
what
what-
I'm saying?
no,
I'm
but
just
that's my
saying
point.
for the sake of myself, I feel like that is what's missing. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
nowadays
yeah.
I need something. I
Yeah.
need some bullshit.
Nigga, just go jump. Nigga, go
No,
whoop
he ain't
somebody
got
ass.
to. He ain't got to do it. We can make it real simple. Let's just start hanging out. I mean, shit.
I think that's what it is. You feel me? That's why it's like
Nelly tried to slap me a couple weeks ago. I mean, the shit could go down. I
That's
just
what I'm
really
saying.
feel like, and even like with Love and Hip Hop, was so crazy. I'm like, damn, I'm doing the Trayvon Martin campaign. I'm doing this. I'm doing all this. The Whitney Houston event.
Yeah.
And it it takes this amazing ratchet platform to be able to start to show people who you are. Do you feel the pressure of that? I mean, social media.
No, I definitely do. Every day I'm thinking like, what is something that I'm willing to do that won't compromise my character and who I am and who I, stand for and what I believe in, that people will actually believe it too. Because you
deep.
can't just be out here like reaching like, damn,
No, Eric, no,
because it's
damn
like
well.
it's not even fair no more. It's not even like niggas ain't playing fair.
No, so this
it's
show-
like who could come up with the craziest.
This show
shit,
is on
you feel me?
this show's on T-Boz from
Yeah.
TLC's channel.
Yeah.
And when I did my first interview with her, she brought up that topic. Like,
Yeah.
I can fill arenas, I can
Yeah.
tour the world, I could do this, and that,
Yeah.
but I can't get popping on my social media. I said it's very simple. Let's go outside and stage a robbery.
That's what I'm saying.
Scandalize
That's what I'm
yourself.
saying.
We put it on TMZ and we put it on our Instagram. We will be
Yeah.
it will be popping.
Yeah, nah, I'm very aware of the climate and the state of the
Is it
industry.
crazy, though?
It's super crazy because I'm like, nah, man, the music gonna do it. Like, man, they gonna press play, man, sooner or later.
Have
And
a
when they
conversation
do-
with Tank.
When they do, Tank is my bro. When they do, it's gonna be lit. But it's like, if you don't get their attention to press play,
Yeah.
deep.
Because
Yeah.
I almost feel like in this city, you have to be high coming out of a club with a cigarette in your mouth saying, fuck everybody to
You do,
TMZ.
bro.
Then you got to go and do a porno with some
do.
chick. Then you got to come
You do,
home, get
bro.
out, separate with
but
your
you got to be consistent because once it happened in that 4 days is over,
Yeah.
you a wrap.
Yeah.
What you gonna do next, fam? You didn't have no plan. You didn't have your shit lined up. It's over then, fam. Go get on the
Your
bench.
scandal schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had us
Yeah.
for a week.
So when you see the beef with Meek Mill in the game and
Yeah.
all of that activity on social media, do you think that's what that is? Do you think because the
Man,
game knows how to stay
everybody
relevant?
know what we doing, man.
Right.
It's like, look, fam. Look, nigga, you ugly, you weak, da 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 da. Fuck you, nigga. Your mama's a slutty whore. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, that nigga's wildin'. Check him out.
So
Album 2 days.
Have you?
It's obvious. It's a simple formula.
So wait, hold
like,
on.
Cool,
So-
you about to put out an album?
so-
You got a single? Yeah. You got your clothes? Yeah. You got your rollout? Yeah. You got
your
that?
beef ready?
Hold
You got
on.
your beef? You got your beefs like that, fam?
So wait, do you think that the game and Meek Mill are in cahoots with each other? Both have albums
Nah.
about to drop?
I definitely feel like some music is on the way.
No,
Yeah.
the music is already dropped.
That's what I'm saying.
What was it?
I don't.
Damn,
but
you
the game
still
real music,
No,
not diss tracks.
It was 1992.
Oh, no.
The Game
1992
dropped
is
the
Drake's album, yeah.
And he went and he did Wendy Williams. He just done a whole press
Yeah,
tour already.
yeah.
Wait, let me ask a question. Have you ever worked with Sean Kingston?
Yeah.
Are you afraid for his life?
Man, it's crazy. You know, that's like me. That's like look, E, we gonna just get out here. We gonna get tough on these niggas, and that's what that nigga did. That nigga just got tough. Call him Gio. How you get so tough so fast?
I was with
but we see you now though.
Listen,
you drop some hard shit.
Yes.
It's gone.
Yeah.
But you don't got no hard shit to drop.
I was at Floyd's
You don't
house.
got no hard shit to drop.
I was at Floyd's house in
Oh my
Vegas.
God.
I was at Floyd's house in Vegas, and I went to his room. I said, Sean Kingston gonna come up missing.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
That's like me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like me coming out and doing something, people ain't gonna believe it. It's like,
and if you do
hold
do it,
on, fam, what you on, fam?
If you do,
it just gotta make sense.
If you do start a beef with somebody, use our camera team. Blue Collar is so professional because when Sean Kingston went after the game, it was like him standing there, and you heard the guy say, "Okay, go."
Oh, you lying?
Good?
You lying?
Good?
Like I've never planned
Instagram when you got
to go
You know
off.
what I'm saying?
You know
as
he
soon
watched
as
it
as
after
soon
he
as you
finished
turn it on,
recording it.
you missed the first second. I probably missed it. He's like, oh, put the volume on. I probably missed it. Okay, go.
24 hours later, all the videos were gone. I just text Sean's mom, said, "Y'all still cool?" She's
Chill.
like, "We alive, we good."
Yeah.
Like, okay, shout out to the
You
Kingston
start
family.
speaking that patois shit.
Yeah, man. It's
That's
like,
one thing him and Safari got in common. That accent go in and
Yeah,
out.
because you calling me some shit I don't know what you're saying. Now I gotta go get my
It's
Jamaican
just
home.
crazy. It's just that's what I'm saying. It's not about the music. The music business is not
I've
about
never
the
seen
music
you
no
mad,
more.
bro. I've never seen
I'm
you
hot,
mad.
bro. I'm furious because it's like,
I mean, no, I've never seen you just in
No, but
knowing
I'm
you.
hot, though.
Oh, but this, you got the goddamn look at the wool
I
around
don't
it.
mean in temperature, brother. I mean in feelings, my nigga.
So look, I know you're from Compton, so I need to learn a little bit about Compton because my car does not go past Wilshire.
For sure. Mine don't either no more. Wilshire, it's over. What? Oh, it's over.
I know the game. He's from Compton.
Yeah.
Now I know you're from Compton. I didn't know you're from Compton.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so now,
fam.
now Kendrick is from Compton.
Yeah.
So is Compton? There's Crips and Bloods in Compton, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know why I always thought that Compton was just Bloods.
Yeah, because it's a lot stronger.
Really? The
The
Bloods
juice
are-
is a little stronger.
So where are the Crips? Where are they in Watts?
Nah.
Forgive my ignorance. Where are they?
They all over. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
They're down
right
the
across the
street?
street.
Really?
Oh,
Fighting each other.
there's Crips in my building.
Wide South in the building.
That can rep it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
because like the only Crip I've really known that's well, you have Nipsey's a Crip, right?
Yeah, Nipsey. Yeah,
Is
but
Nipsey a
Nipsey
Crip
ain't
and
Compton.
Snoop?
Yeah. Snoop.
I don't know.
Beach,
This is
yeah.
all confusing. So
Nah, but I mean, I definitely think it's just about really where you grew up. You know what I'm saying? Where you grew up is kind of like you kind of just adapt your environment. You know, you're just a product of your environment. And you know, we grew up right in the midst of the mob.
so now that you have money, do you go back to Compton?
Nah, it's not. I want to go over there. I want to go over there. But it's but of course, like at times we might go over there. Like
Grams, nobody still over there?
my mom is in Long Beach. My mom's was in Compton, but she moved.
You can
to
always
Long Beach.
FaceTime.
FaceTime is lit.
Yeah,
FaceTime's cool.
I don't think there's any shame in, you know, I went back to Stockton recently and I took my friend to dinner who I've been friends with for years. And he told me that you ain't the same nigga no more. You with the Floyd and all the motherfuckers on TV. And I'm just like,
You damn right.
that was 18 years ago when we were selling
the
drugs.
name
and
of our
bullshit.
team is the Money Team.
Well,
You can't be in no crazy shit. But when you really get money or when you out, like you
Yeah.
just can't. So
On the layaway
I don't
team.
understand that when people expect you that like there's no keeping it real and staying
Yeah.
slave to like the hood.
yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
You don't got to do that.
Toronto, y'all even have a hood?
Y'all got a Compton in Toronto.
They ain't got no Compton in Toronto.
We got projects.
Hilarious.
We have projects.
Clean projects.
No, hold on.
No,
Wait, let's be
say
very
that.
clear.
No.
Everybody in your project has health care.
Yeah. Well, no, the country. Yeah, we have
They have no
a great,
taxes?
we have a
Crime.
great. No, don't say that. We have very high taxes, but
Okay.
we see where our tax dollars go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, we have projects.
Okay, so how was it working with
They're
Justin
dangerous.
That was
Shout out
probably
to Jane and
one of the
Finch.
dopest
Bieber? Really?
things. Yeah, Justin is super talented. You know what I mean? And I think just seeing him at such a young age and the fearlessness that he has
That track is crazy.
is wild.
Did you ever hear the song? Because I told them about a time that Floyd took me to Justin's house and he played a song that he has with Michael Jackson. Did you ever hear that song?
Justin?
Yeah.
Nah.
Shit's fire.
Crazy.
Next time you work with him, ask him.
be
It's
like,
on his
"Yo, play
iPhone.
that joint."
That shit's fire.
Yeah,
Okay,
how do you
so
know?
you have a new song with We Have a Friend. I
Yeah.
know, you know Sounds?
Yeah, very
okay,
well.
so we
Yeah.
have a friend named Sounds. You don't know Sounds.
I don't know sounds.
We need to start into
I know.
introduce
Yeah, I
yourself.
know.
Talented
I know.
producer.
But you know,
So
I'm a
you
agoraphobic.
all have a new song, and well, Don Benjamin's on the song, right?
Yeah.
Is it your song
It's
or
Don.
Don?
Wait,
It's
hold on.
Don's
What's
song.
Don doing?
Don's song.
Don is a rapper.
It's a rapper. I met him first as a rapper before the model.
I'm sorry.
Wait. I'm just gonna stop. Oh, wait. All this shade in the room.
There's-
no
it's
shade.
not-
There's no shade. That's the bro.
Okay, let me start this over.
I don't
Let
even
him
know
as a
what you
rapper.
said.
Let me start this over. Hold on. Don Benjamin is a rapper. He's a rapper.
I wasn't being shady. I know him to be a model, and I know him because wasn't he on America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
So that's why I think that
He was a rapper first, though.
See, but that's
Okay, I
what we
didn't
talked
know
about
that.
earlier.
That
It's
goes
like
back
whatever
to
you're
the way you're
introduced
introduced to
as,
people.
it's just
That's
like
what you're known as.
See?
I'm kind of
Okay.
more used to you doing that.
So-
So it's like it's more of a sell. You know what I'm saying? When it's like
so Don was a rapper. He had about 10,000 followers on Instagram, and it was hard to really get the I think the credibility for his talent in music because of how he looks.
Exactly.
He fell into America's Top Model and used it as a platform to get him notoriety.
Very
Booming
smart.
now.
But his passion has
Metro
always
booming.
been music. His passion. is always-
Okay. Now I know.
So how did that collaboration take place?
So the first time I actually worked with Don, I think was for like when I had a t-shirt line, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, who can we get to throw the shirts on? Don's the guy for you. You know what I'm saying? Don's the guy for you. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, hey, bro, I got this thing. He was like, say no more. I'm coming through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like, damn, that was love. All right,
yeah.
cool. Because, you know, I really needed, you know what I'm saying? And he came through. And it was like, ever since then, anytime, like he had another song called Jealous. He was like, yo, I need you on this song. Boom, hopped on, no problem. Need to shoot a video. Boom, no problem. Yo, got a new one. We got another one. I got this beat. Let's do it. Boom, hit the snooze.
problem.
Let's shoot a video. Boom. And
one
that's
thing-
who I am.
Yeah.
Like, what you need?
Yeah.
Let's go get it. Can you do the same for me? Cool. I'm going to hope that you will, and I'm going to give it to you, give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, when I need something, you going to
Got
come
up
through.
at 9 in the morning
And it
for
just
me
don't
one day.
always happen
I
like
wouldn't
that.
expect. He got up at 9 in the morning for me one day. And I
Tell
didn't
him
think
what?
it was-
Tell him.
to shoot one of my parodies, OG Bobby Love.
OG Bobby Love. It's like, if it's my fam, it's so many people that I just be like, man, I'm going to do what I wish somebody would do for me.
Yeah.
It might not always happen, but they going to remember and they going to know the real. And they going to have to sleep with that. And they going to have to live with that. And you know what I mean? I'm so cool that
That's why you getting blessed,
But
bro.
I
I'm not
mean,
tripping.
Chris has done so many
Look at God.
so many people dirty. He's still sleeping. He
Man.
sleeps fine.
Chris
do you
Chris is
think
good.
at some point Chris will come around and say fuck it, like let's clap?
I think I got to get my bars up in his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just such a real one. It's like when my shit is going crazy, we're going to get 10 joints in.
Amen.
But until then, it's like, especially to Chris, especially the people that I work with so heavily, you're the songwriter though. You're the one that writes the songs. I can't picture you on stage.
Do you think they want to
Damn.
pigeonhole you to where they believe you belong because you're a threat?
Man, let me tell you.
I'm just
I
asking.
am a threat.
I think you
and
kinda
they
said that
know it.
earlier.
Everybody knows that. Why would I help you in any way when now, okay, now we're not going to get no help from him now. If he's over there,
Right.
now if we do this, now we're going to actually have some, like give me, you know what I'm saying, a microphone. Give me a stage. Give me them same opportunities that everybody else has. And it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're doing by ourselves, independent, completely no label for the past my entire career, and I'm still spoke of in the same breath
Yeah.
as Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez,
Yeah.
Chris Brown, Trey Songz. How am I competing with them dolo?
Mm-hmm.
Because the music, it really does matter at the end of
So
the day.
who have you not collaborated with that you want to?
Maybe
Have you collaborated with Frank Ocean?
nah.
Would you?
I would.
About
That's
the,
not like
seems
that's
very
not like bucket
non-committal.
because it's not bucket list, but I do
Okay.
respect
about the
him.
weekend.
The Weeknd, it's the same. It's
All right,
like,
so bucket list.
y'all naming people
All right, okay,
that
let's do
I don't
bucket list.
necessarily look
Rihanna.
at. Like
Rihanna.
That's a bucket list. That's not a
Rihanna
bucket
for
list.
sure. No, I definitely want to.
Have you ever? You've never worked with her?
Yeah,
You have. What song?
same situation as Beyonce.
So wait. So
Vault.
how did you?
The Vault. Flew to London to work with Rihanna. I'm about to work with Rihanna. I have, you know, certain songs. It's always the camp situation that we was talking about earlier, where, you know, when artists is looking for the album, they bringing in the top tier writers, they bringing in the top tier producers. So I'm, you know, still introduced as the songwriter.
Yeah.
I'm in there to work with her, and I'm a professional, and I know how to hold my tongue and not to step on nobody's toes when it's not time.
And no ego.
So I just chill like, damn, that wasn't the moment for me to be like, yo, I got some music too. I got a single too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
until that time presents itself clearly, I just chill and
So-
do my job that I'm, you know, hired to do.
A question
dope.
that we ask a lot of our guests: Beyonce and Rihanna, who's
Yeah.
the better artist?
Man, That's Aretha
Tell
Franklin versus.
Tell him it's
Shaka
hard to
Khan?
compare
Yeah,
them,
it's like,
man.
I don't know.
Let
like,
him answer the question.
No, I definitely look at it like B got her thing and Ree got her thing. Like,
Right, but one has more
it's
than the other.
crazy. But
Which
for
one?
me, who I'm listening to more, it's transitioned. You know, of course, Beyonce is somebody who's the vocalist. I'm a vocalist. You know what I'm saying? She's an artist, she's an entertainer, all that good stuff. I grew up on, you know, studying Beyonce's runs and all that. But now I'm just more so on vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I love Rihanna just as much. Like Rihanna has songs when she don't say no words. When like on the part when she's like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
they lit.
And it's the swag that she
But that
has.
song-
with
that
it
song happens
that's
to be
just
annoying.
Yeah, I can't
crazy.
stand
But
that song.
that's what I'm saying. Swag. You
Eric-
feel me? Like that's just with swag. Anything with Rihanna, you see her is just swag.
So, Eric, let me-
Beyonce, I look to her more as like the Michael Jackson of
I was
our
going to say the
time.
GOAT.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
music business question, because
Okay.
I completely have I'm completely ignorant to what I'm about to ask.
Yeah.
On her new album, the album she just put out,
Anti,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. She has a song called "Same Old Mistake."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That song is originally Tame Impala's song. You know, that song, what's it called?
Like a remake. She
Different
redid
person's Same Old Mistake. That's what the original song is. No, it's not a remake. It's exactly the same. Ad libs, riffs,
Well,
everything.
then that was just like a
how
little
does
cover or something.
yeah, I was gonna say, how does that work? Like, how does that work? Did she ask Tame
Well,
Impala if she could cover it?
She had to clear it. I'm sure if she
Yeah.
put it on. That's like, you know, the
I
same
will
thing
always
as
love you.
they put it
Lauryn
on
I will
Hill
always love
with
you.
"Killing Me
Okay.
Softly." You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like all them type of songs. It's like when you remake them, it's like if you sample a song, you might have to be like, yo, we got to work out 10%, 20% maybe. But if you taking the whole song, they might just be like, yo, just give us 100% of the song and it's yours.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Because they put it on their album. Their album was Currents, and it was released
Yeah.
in 2015.
Yeah.
So they have it on their album, and
Yeah.
then it appeared on her
Yeah,
album.
see,
So I was like,
She
Well,
probably
listen.
just gave them they publishing.
I was
Gave 'em
just about to say Dolly Parton was asked about
Yeah.
she did an interview with Yahoo and she was asked about "I Will Always Love You" by
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton, and people were saying to her that they were asking her how she feels about people always saying that's Whitney Houston's song. She was like, I don't care as long as I get that check.
Exactly. Yeah.
by the way, she's going to be at the Hollywood Bowl
Yeah,
soon.
well, we're
Dolly.
not going, but anyway, we have to
I
go.
love Dolly Parton.
So there's no infidelity
right.
at this point of your life. What?
Nah, man.
Asshole.
There's no kids that we don't know about.
Nah.
You don't have a STD right now.
Nah.
Oh, for
sure
God's
not.
sake.
So you don't have any beef with anybody right now in the industry.
Nah, I don't have no beef. I mean, yesterday was wild because of about 100. I got like 100 tweets and like 10 minutes. It was like, Tory Lanez. Started off a song saying this gonna be your favorite song.
Oh shit. That's your call.
But that's clearly my shit.
So what
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. Either I can give him the benefit of the doubt, like maybe he really felt like that. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he knew though. That was just weak. Like, get
So-
your own shit, nigga.
So Tory Lanez is out. Tory Lanez.
started beef right
Tory
now.
Lanez.
No, because that's
so
that's
Tory
something
Lanez-
that I worked hard for.
So
That
Tory
shit
Lanez
is
is-
tatted on me. You feel me? Like, get your own shit, nigga. You say I'm swavy. Keep swavy, nigga. I don't be out here like, yeah, nigga, I'm swavy. Like,
So Tory Lanez is out.
that's your
that-
shit. I
that's a word
respect
he
it,
made up,
nigga. Respect
swavy?
me, nigga.
Wait, so Tory
I
Lanez
can't.
is swagger jacket.
He just took the thing. That's what I'm saying. If it happens again, I don't know if it's like, okay, he was just vibing in the studio, and that's what he felt.
Maybe he was listening.
But it's
to,
like,
maybe he was listening to
Maybe
Eric
he
Bellinger
wasn't,
music.
and maybe he was like, that shit was hard. Let me do that. I don't know which one it is. I don't know, but he did it, and for sure.
I
the
saw.
shit,
I
you
saw.
feel me?
I saw. Funny thing. I don't know Tory Lanez. I know we're supposed to be interviewing him soon,
Yeah.
but and we'll ask him why
Yeah,
he's swagger
yeah.
jacking.
Yeah, what happened?
Allegedly. But look, I just saw him doing an interview with Sway, and he jumped off the chair. Did you see he was the same height? I didn't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he came up short that day. Okay, so what are you? Do it again? No. So what are you? Isn't it great how like we were on our way out the interview and we got that beef real quick? I mean, we always get that soundbite. Thank you so much.
Hey, man.
Tory Lanez, stop stealing shit.
Just do your shit, man. Like,
Because you don't get invited to Beyonce's house doing shit like that.
nah, it's impossible. We want you.
Okay, so we have a new R&B beef. Eric Bellinger versus Tory Lanez. Okay.
R&B.
R&B.
I like it.
Yeah.
Ribs and barbecue.
I created I created an R&B when Kelly Price tried to shit on Whitney Houston the day she died. But anyway, that's another story.
Wow.
We'll
Yeah.
save that for next show. Okay,
Yeah.
so what are you working on right now?
Eric B for president.
I love it. Is that a real title of your
Real
album?
title.
I love
Shout out
it.
to Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah. Did you have to get clearance for that?
Man, it's a mixtape.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Mixtape, you know,
Free.
so
Yep.
yeah, free 99. It's just a
Yeah.
mixtape. Get that live mixtapes, get that Dat Piff Hot New Hip Hop, all that SoundCloud. Eric B for President, 8 joints, crazy joints. Shooting a video this Friday. I'm excited about that.
Is
Bobby
Lamaya
Love make a
featured
cameo?
on any of your?
Nah, you know, it's interesting. There is one song that I was like, yo, I want you to get on this song.
Because she can.
But it's
sing.
just like one of them songs that's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them songs I just let relax.
I
in
actually-
the cut when it's time. It's just not time yet, you
And-
know?
yeah.
I'm still building. She's still building.
I got
Took
you.
the words right
you
out
know?
of my. I was gonna say like I like right now that you're building Eric Bellinger.
Yeah.
and I feel like you know you. I mean clearly I've known you for a long time. I
Yeah.
see the. I don't want to say
Trajectory.
I don't like using all these big words because people that
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to us have to pull out their dictionary. But no, I've
Melissa.
seen the growth. I've
Thank
seen
you.
it. You know, I've seen it. I know you're on the bigger things. Okay, so at some point I'm gonna do a mixtape before everybody starts laughing. Okay,
Yes,
clearly you guys
sorry.
didn't
You
wanna
beat us
hold-
to it. You beat us to it.
No, I actually been talking with Sounds about doing a mixtape. I don't know yet if I'm going to be a part of the mixtape
Right.
for Hollywood Unlocked.
Right.
But I'm on Loving Hip Hop with a lot of people who haven't dropped real albums.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, I might as well
Might
drop
as well.
one.
Put
I
the
know,
homies
I know,
together.
I know amazing artists and writers.
I
know
think I
amazing-
can write rhymes.
I got James.
Nice.
Fon-
I
got-
definitely can't spit them though. I tried.
No,
to,
no, no,
I
no.
tried to do a verse from
You know-
Bees in the Trap,
No.
and oh my god,
You know-
with the Bees
you know what I'm
Snapchat
everywhere.
filter.
You know what I'm gonna
It
do with
didn't
you?
happen?
No, I'm gonna have you be the visual artist for the Hollywood Unlocked mixtape.
Does that mean video girl?
I didn't say
Fuck
video
off.
girl. There's
Shout
a
out to
difference.
the coconut oil.
I see the coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
Would you
It's
stop?
glossy.
This is a married man. Stop shouting out my
There's
breasts, God damn
coconut
it.
oil. What do you mean? It's a fact.
I mean,
We're not, you know, we
he can
just.
still look at breasts.
Yeah,
I
my-
did-
that's the
listen,
thing. That's
he's
the thing,
married
too.
to my
That's the thing,
friend,
too.
okay?
Let me
I
tell
am-
you. Let me tell you about me and Lamaya's situation. It's
She's
the
cool
best
as
thing
hell.
that I could have ever fell into, or God could have given. It's like,
You
wow, you the homie for real.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
guys
look
seem
at
like
that girl
best
ass.
friends.
You really the what? She's like,
Baby,
what are
look
you
at her
talking
ass.
about?
So
She said
would
me,
you-
you know what
so-
I'm saying? We laughing at stuff together the same way I laugh at it with my niggas. Like,
right.
oh, wow.
So have you guys ever talked about maybe having an open relationship, or is it too early?
Nah.
Would you ever do that?
Nah, I don't know. Nah, I'm just so solid right now. It's like, I'm solid, fam.
I thought you were gonna ask him if they'd do a threesome. I really thought you were
No,
gonna go there.
I like Lamaya. I know Lamaya and I know him. I couldn't talk about them like that. Maybe next week when he ain't here, we'll talk about that.
Nah. I'm saying we just so solid that it's
Yeah.
like
That's
you a
good.
real one. Thank you for just being a real one. Thank you for letting me feel trust. Thank you for letting me feel like I could be gone. You could be gone.
You writing
And when
a song
we link
right now,
back
bro.
up,
See what Eric
it's
is
so lit.
what Eric is doing right now.
Our
is
producer Lisa is swooning right
Right.
now because she's just like.
This is what Eric is doing right now. Eric is making Melissa believe that there's actually good niggas out there.
There is.
Do you
Look.
want to know what I was just thinking right now? I was
What?
like, oh, I'm about to put him and Lamaya in charge of my love life.
Yeah, we got it.
Yes.
We got it. We can do a screening
Listen.
situation.
I don't discriminate in color, just
We can
letting you know
screen-
that.
Okay. We got
Listen,
you. I think
just-
this is gonna be an easy
Divorce
one
with
to-
kids
to
works
lace
just fine
Melissa. I
with
think
me.
we
I'd make a great
I look at-
stepmom.
No, I
Just
think
because
we'll be good. I
just
think we're
because
good.
they were
Look it
able
up.
to find it for them does not mean they'll be able to find it for you.
You ain't
But
never
maybe.
lied.
Okay, so
You ain't never lied.
yeah,
I
so
believe-
back
I
to my
believe- I
back to
believe.
my mixtape.
Yes.
Yes.
I got
Mixtape.
everybody's number in my phone.
Yeah.
And so if you do get the call, or you or Neiman get the call, just know it's a serious call.
Why
'Cause
yourself in the building?
Nah,
this is-
I thank you. Man.
I think
I'm-
Eric will be there.
Yeah, because
I'm
I look,
gonna be
I
there,
look
you know,
at it like
come on.
this. I look at it like this. Like there are a lot of people putting out a lot of garbage projects. I'm not going to say a
Garbage.
lot of names, but there's a lot of people that I have access to that have talent, that Floyd has access to that has talent. Where we could create a 5-song EP, a 5-track
agree.
EPK.
What's it
that's
gonna be?
fire.
What's gonna be the name of it?
Especially if it's funded the way
said
we know it
EPK.
could be funded.
Well,
you out of here.
my song, if I perform, would be called "I Can Do It All" because I can.
Okay.
And the next
I
track
feel
would
it.
be like, I have a big dick.
No, okay. So
No?
it was nice having you.
On that note, Eric B for president, ladies and gentlemen, #1 on iTunes, 14 on Billboard, independent. Let's get that to #1. We out here, we working, and we appreciate all the support.
Sing to the ladies
Thank
out.
you for coming on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank
And
y'all
we
for
out.
having me.
Bye,
I really
everybody.
appreciate
Peace.
y'all.